June 10th, 2025. My name is Keith Brent Duncan.org. I am also SaintKeith.com and SaviorKeith.com because I have literally taught everyone self-salvation. Using a little bit of backlight here so everyone can see this is the real Keith Duncan. I've never had an AKA. I've never harmed anyone, never stalked anyone, never defrauded anyone. Oh, that's the word sinless. The history of me is that I was criminally kidnapped by Robert D. Rose. Miss Bashama, Douglas Duncan, Vernon Duncan is his name, Douglas Vernon Duncan. And then it got extreme. October 3rd, 2011, when I'm kidnapped on a non-violation. Held 2.5 years while the Duncan clan and everybody else destroyed your unocracy.org, which is published as godsconstitution.org. Now do you finally get the connection? I've been denied all rights to file the required documents to get back my $500 million, which is really $40 billion US dollars at fortune1.org. The proof of funds, which everyone requires, is at keith2022.com and 166 other websites called the Who Is list. So we now know who is who owns what, and who trades anything with anyone else. This is called passing judgment. Because right now everybody passes judgment on everybody else, but no one has a clue how to use technology that we developed in 1976 to get rid of all the crime lords and warlords. We even went by Pleasant Hill Baptist Church today and Perimeter Church up in Alpharetta and above Norcross, which was our home in 1981. We're the most prolific gifters, caretakers, and caregivers in world history. There's only 2 classifications, but there's another group called overseers, who are the ultimate super wealthy, honest, 100% gifters of unocracy.org, and we put that category into givingpledge.space. You see, the whole focus is you don't have any control over your own world. You have no control over your own assets, and that's why Reinvest All is so critically important. Invest in yourself, invest in people, not corporations. 3, take all your money out and put it into local banks, which is now unocracybank.org, and only privately held companies. That means no news event from now to the end of God's eternity, my eternity, can be used to manipulate the marketplaces, which you have no control over. But with ProfitShareholders.com, the original that I gave to John Yates at Morris Manning and more, this is the most prolific, simple unification in world history that even a first grader could understand. So we have TeamMoneyMachine.com. This is actually quite a very beautiful little park. And in the background is Evote.one, which makes it all happen. I was looking for the Moses statue where I did the most prolific series of videos in the cemetery, which is located in Alpharetta behind the Walmart on, I believe it's Jones Bridge Road or Old Alabama Road. It's that area, you'll find it. When I was in my 1930 Model A Ford and I was describing everything about WorldWar4.org that I actually had in 1972. Hire me today and my group and be paid to be true multi-millionaires. Some people will remain billionaires, but we're asking everyone to give up 70% of their assets if they're worth more than $1 billion. Now, because the money does no good sitting in stock options, offshore banking, secret accounts, secret deals of all the political parties and the underground networks called criminal ruling elite. We'll make these shorter, but it doesn't need to be. We're the #1 host mediator of PeaceSummit2020.com, which is now PeaceSummit2025, to teach the whole world that you have a moral responsibility to solve your own problems, then your family, then your community, and therefore there'll be no stealing, no theft, no con artists, no pathological liars who already run the world. You know who they are. And yet you think you have no ability to step one level above your current chain of command. I did see a bluebird behind me earlier. Can anyone find out where I'm really at and actually protect my life? I think I hear bullfrogs. Call us immediately and directly and protect our lives as required by Constitution, and provide us direct access to every database in the world, and we'll very quickly show the entire world how to backtrack and find every criminal, every pirate, every terrorist in world history with manhuntall.com. Our finest accomplishments have been everything. We are YodaKeith.com, masters of all expertise with very, very rare exceptions. And we've always worked with God and Mother Earth our entire life now, from 1958, August 15th, which is on FOIA.one, which is also was KeithDuncanLibrary.com, which is the greatest compilation of the Garden of Eden Ecology Divinity Education Network, so everyone knows who is who and who owns what, and particularly who trades what with anybody else. That's the basic fundamental of any supply chain. We even have the name Be Smart, Be Rich.com, which is TeamMoneyMachine.com, because you can't be rich unless you protect the rights of all others and earn an honest, legal living. And with our system, there'll be no more wars, no more taxes, and that's the end result of FutureCity.life that we're using not only $40 billion to fund, we're going to build all the infrastructure, and it's powered by turnofflights.com and solutionwater.org. Starting again with ecologymining.org, which we had in 1976. All underground mining, robotic of course, 10 times faster than Tesla Boring Company and other TBMs. And we now have unlimited stored water, which is water is all around us. No more flash floods, no more wars over fossil fuel. Immediate consumption of electricity, but when we learn frugal with smartbreaker.us, that's a 30 to 50% savings on electricity right off the bat. Unbelievable. Call us directly and have a single person sign DuncanClaim.org and receive the proceeds of $500 million US with a $200 million bounty on the head of Robert D. Rose, born 1971, April the 1st, as the greatest Lucifer Antichrist fool of all time. He's still alive, and Tom Heggs out in Las Vegas will connect you with him. Did I say Las Vegas or Lost Wages? I just call it Sin City. In fact, you're living in Sin Cities right now. Sodom, Gomorrah, and Jericho combined is the current WorldWar4.org, and we even wrote LuciferAgenda.com, describing the plagues that are hitting you now that are destroying my Mother Earth and your world. Stop worshiping Lucifer. Stop doing evil things. Stop stealing and stop lying, and make right to your victims, called restitution, and maybe you'll be a contributing member of FutureCity.life, all under the umbrella of the world's single solution, unocracy.org. I even have the .com. That is, the will of the people decide the next best project. Direct funding. And 3, we pick the leader and we replace the leader. It's always been that simple of Evote.one. Now triggered as solutionmanifesto.com, also named godsconstitution.org, because see, we live under christdomain.org, which is godsoneworld.org. All the other systems are a re-education, teaching everyone how to be small business owners, serial entrepreneurs. Every classroom, every building in the entire world will now be a workshop.